So you're thinking about relocating in 2025. If only there were a place that had a solid economy, that was safe, and also had affordable homes. Well, let me introduce you to a hidden gem that's catching attention. Lethbridge, Alberta. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into everything you need to know to help you decide if Lethbridge should be on your list. And stick around because I've got some surprising facts about the city that just might change, reinforce, or squash your plans. Lethbridge might not be as famous as some of Canada's largest cities, but it has been steadily growing and evolving. Situated in southern Alberta, just about an hour from the US border and 2 hours south of Calgary, this city combines the charm of a small town with some big opportunities. But before we get into the reasons you should or shouldn't consider moving to Lethbridge, let's start with a quick look of what the city offers in 2025. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the cost of living. So if you're coming from cities like Vancouver, Calgary, or even Toronto, you'll be amazed how affordable Lethbridge is. In fact, housing prices here are significantly lower, and with the cost of living on the rise everywhere else, Lethbridge remains one of the most budget-friendly options in Canada, even though over the past 2 years we have seen a big jump in our average home price. Currently, our average home price is about $378,000, and the detached home is right about $425,000. And if we're talking about why Alberta as a whole is more affordable, well, one of the first things that often gets overlooked is the fact that we only have a 5% GST, no HST or PST. And one of the biggest things that's going to save you a ton of money when purchasing a house here is that there's no land transfer tax like you would have in BC. But before I keep going, if you've already decided that Lethbridge is the place for you, down below is a link to sign up for auto email listings. Basically how this works is you type in your desired criteria and you will get an email of all available listings, and anytime a new listing hits the market, you're going to get an instant email so that you never miss one. Now, let's get back to the video. Okay, now let's get into the jobs. So the economy here is diverse, but heavily anchored in sectors like agriculture, education, and healthcare. The University of Lethbridge also provides an academic pulse, bringing in jobs and fostering that younger generation of a more vibrant and younger community. And historically speaking, Lethbridge has one of the lowest unemployment rates in all of Alberta. But if you're someone specializing in those niche industries, you may need to explore some remote work or be prepared to change careers. However, for many, especially in healthcare, education, manufacturing, or the trades, or who are remote ready, it's an excellent choice. However, what I see as a huge opportunity is the need for more businesses in Lethbridge. With our fast growing population, there is a need for more local businesses to thrive. I mean, just look at our downtown, for example. It's grown like crazy, and right now it's a pretty cool little hub of local businesses, and there is still so much more room for more growth. One of the best things about Lethbridge is that it's got this small town vibe where you can actually know your neighbors, but it also has those bigger city level. The community here is close-knit and super welcoming, which can be a refreshing change if you're used to that hustle and bustle of that big city life, where, you know, oftentimes in a bigger city, it can be a lot lonelier. This city is perfect if you're going to be raising a family or just looking for that slower, friendlier pace of life. But just because Lethbridge is a small city doesn't mean that there's nothing to do. You can stop by the Nika-Yuko Japanese Gardens, there's Henderson Lake, there's Nicholas Sharon Park, there's tons of local cafes, there's festivals going on all the time, and there's even expanding art scene, some might say. Lethbridge offers more than you actually would expect. And for those outdoor lovers, you're actually in luck because Lethbridge has biking trails, there's rivers right through the middle of the city, and there's easy access to the mountains for weekend getaways. Not to mention the amount of campsites that are within just an hour drive of the city. Okay, but it is time for a bit of a reality check here because we do have to talk about the weather. Because Southern Alberta has a bit of every type of weather, but Lethbridge is actually known for its winds, and especially those famous Chinook winds. And a Chinook wind are warm winter winds that can actually melt snow and raise the temperatures pretty dramatically within a matter of hours, sometimes, you know, a few short days, which is actually a nice break from those cold winter months. However, it is windy here, but thankfully, just not all the time. Most of these winds occur in the spring and the fall months, but the summers here are usually hot and dry, and the winters are some of the mildest in the province. And with over 333 days of sunshine a year, you're going to be soaking in some intense vitamin D. But yes, it does get cold here still, and you will need to be prepared for the winter. However, Lethbridge does have plenty of sunny days throughout the year, like I mentioned, which I say kind of makes up for it. So if you can handle a little bit of wind and some winter months, the weather here is going to be more than manageable. So if you're thinking about moving here with a family, the city actually has some high-rated schools. It has safe neighborhoods. There's a range of activities geared towards children. Plus, there are some new schools that are currently under construction. And Lethbridge is a pretty big sports town. There are world-class competitive hockey, volleyball, and even the high school sports teams are pretty highly rated. So should you consider moving to Lethbridge in 2025? Well, if affordability, community, and a family-friendly environment are on the top of your list, then Lethbridge is absolutely worth considering. However, I do know that it's not for everyone. And if you crave that 24/7 pace of life of being in a big city, or you work in a highly specialized field, then you might feel a little bit limited here. But for anyone looking to enjoy a balanced lifestyle, a friendly community, and access to nature without breaking the bank, then Lethbridge offers something special. Plus, with the city continuing to grow, now might be the perfect time to get in. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are considering moving to Lethbridge or have any questions at all, be sure to call, text, or email me. All my information is located down below in the description. And if you guys have any questions about Lethbridge on the market or anything like that, please feel free to drop a comment as well. And if you guys like this video and want to see another one, there's a whole playlist right over here. And if you guys never want to miss another video, just subscribe right here, right on this button, probably about right there. Just hit that. Okay, bye.